Okay, so let me get a hold of this. There was not only one new phone, not two, but there were 3 new iPhones released this year at Apple's 2019 September event. Just to clarify, whatever happened during this event, there's only a little upgrade on the iPhone side, but there were a whole lot of other subscriptions, such as the Apple Arcade was heard of now, the Apple TV Plus subscription was heard of now, when it's going to open up, obviously, and wow, good prices. And obviously, we got new iPads and a new Apple Watch. Anyways, guys, this is G from The Technical Theory. Let's get right into today's video. Okay, so first up, let me start small. So first up, we heard of the Apple Arcade. Now, the Apple Arcade is a subscription for families starting at $5 a month. I mean, when I'm saying families, I'm saying it covers the whole family, okay? That's the best part, actually. You get a lot of games on the App Store, and if you really want to play, you can play from the Apple TV, on your iPhone, on your iPad, MacBook, iMac, and it even stretches further than what I just said. So that is actually the best part. You got a lot of games coming out all at once. You got a $5 monthly subscription. I mean, hey, that's pretty cool. I really have to get hands-on experience with that when it first comes out on September 19th. So we're gonna find out more about that soon. Next up, for those families who are really into TV and everything, for example, Netflix originals, right? Apple's also trying to get into the Apple streaming game. So what's gonna happen is a subscription called Apple TV Plus is gonna come out. And what that's gonna be basically is $5 for the whole family. Like same thing, basically you could say with the Apple Arcade. It's gonna be $5 for the whole family. It's gonna start on November 1st. And you're basically gonna be able to get Apple originals, which kind of just knocked me out from there. What the hell? Netflix originals I've heard of, which are pretty good. Amazing. Apple originals? So Apple's getting into the TV streaming game. Okay. Let me think about that. Well, we already have DirecTV now. We've got T-Mobile TV. There's so many other services. There's even out there, Netflix, which is the biggest one in my opinion, which is honestly my favorite one. Yes, they're increasing their prices now. What do I believe? 11 or 13 bucks, something like that. But you get movies like you would on Apple TV Plus. But Apple TV Plus is $5, number one, which is already a great point. And the content they're gonna have is also gonna be pretty good. Again, in order to check that out, I'm gonna be looking at it on November 1st when it first comes out. So Netflix, beware, you got some competition on you. However, next up, we heard about the new iPads. So the iPad 9.7 inch, basically what was called as a 6th generation iPad, has been replaced by the iPad 7th generation. Now, the new 7th generation iPad actually is 10.2 inches, so you get a little bigger display, a little bit more room to do your stuff, and you basically get a Retina display with a way better pixel per inch ratio. You're able to use the Apple Pencil, you're able to use the Apple Smart Keyboard, and not only are you able to do those things, but in order to power that, you have an Apple A10 Fusion chip powering the whole iPad. Let's not forget though, it starts at $329 with 32 gigabytes. I mean, honestly, on-device storage for me doesn't really matter anymore because everything's in the cloud. So why bother to get on-device storage when you're gonna have to buy iCloud storage anyways? It's only 99 cents a month. Hey, you get 50 gigs, so you can back up your files, store some files. It's worth the money. Honestly, this would be the point where I would actually recommend getting an iPad for once, for the budget at least, and for the looks, it's just gonna be remarkable the way everything works. After the iPad, we heard of the Apple Watch Series 5, which honestly is more oriented towards the health area, which I really gotta give props to Apple for going that far, whatever they did with the health area, with the SOS features. If someone has a fall or something like that, they get a notification to respond to. If they cannot respond to that within a certain time limit, the SOS feature is activated, which basically means that they are an emergency and so on and so forth. So, I really like what Apple's doing with this one right now. Price tag actually am not in the favor that much. It's $399 for the 42mm watch. Cool, but if you want to get up from the 42mm, 44mm, I think you're paying $150 more for that. I might not be right on that statement, but still, you're paying a significant amount just for a watch. So would I rather get the Series 4 or Series 5? I don't know, it depends on you, but if you're more focused towards health, go and get the Series 5 for yourself, okay? I mean, as the price tag increases, it's kind of cool. Also, you got an always on display also. Always on display will be, well, I mean, as the name explains, always on. Other watches have it, but their batteries aren't designed for it, so you're gonna be definitely, draining some battery, as to where the Apple Watch Series 5 is really designed for the always on display. Next up. We got the disappointment factor here. I actually was Not trying to make this video, okay? I'll be straight up with you guys. I'm not trying to make this video, but for the sake of making the video, I'm gonna make the video. But this year's Apple iPhone 11 lineup is kind of a disappointment. All they did was add a new camera. What? All they did was a camera, that's it. Just a camera, that's it, just a camera. Just a camera. So now the iPhone XR or the XR successor is known as the iPhone 11, which now comes in purple, green, yellow, white, black, and yes, our favorite red. Next up, you have two cameras to go ultra wide, 0.5 times, and you also have a nice camera, 12 megapixels, which is both sides for standard view. Also, if you would want to take a night mode picture, amazing for that. Low light, I gotta give props to Apple for adding that feature because it was kind of time for it. Their low light and night mode feature for the camera was really necessary for their phones at this point. Next up, you got slow-mo selfies. So if you're taking a little video or a live video, something like that, right? And you have it on your selfie orientation, you can have a slow-mo. I mean, whatever they showed on the website is pretty cool. You actually have a slow-mo of whatever's going on behind you, which is honestly pretty cool. However, talking videos right now, if you have a pretty mind-blowing video, but you just want to make minor adjustments to it, you can pretty much do so right on the Photos app, the default photo viewing app / video viewing app on the device. So you know that icon with the flower, right next to the camera? Well, that's Photos app I'm talking about. So you can edit video on that, crop the video, get some filters. It's all up in there. Also, cool thing is while you're taking a video, you can actually change the camera. So for example, you can make it go out more, go in more, just while you are taking the actual video. Also, if you are a speaker guy, if you like music or if you like watching shows on your phone, this phone also has now better stereo speakers. I gotta say, the stereo speakers needed improvement from the iPhone XR lineup because they were kind of iffy about that, but the new ones are honestly pretty damn good as far as the Apple event told us. Display wise, not too many improvements. Again, 6.1-inch display, which I kind of like that sizing. I like what Apple did with that sizing. Okay, see, people be like, it's a 720p display, LCD. It's not even an AMOLED or OLED. For iPhone, for that money, you expect something cool, right? But if you're thinking about it, if you put the iPhone XR, the XS Max, even the XS all together, you may not be able to tell the difference. Maybe a little bit difference in colors, but otherwise you can't tell the exact difference. So it's $50 less from the iPhone XR, starting at $699 with the option of 64 gigabytes. You can also go up to 128 gigabytes and so forth from there. This phone is kind of shipping with a way better speed with the A13 Fusion chip. However, if you want the step up from the phone, you can go for the iPhone 11 Pro. The Pro series starts at $999. That gets you the 5.8-inch display phone. Okay, you can go for 64 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes, or even 512 if you need all that space, okay? Now you got three cameras. About that camera bump is kind of whatever. Either you hate it or either you like it. I personally still love the Galaxy Note 10 and what they did with that camera lens bump. Personally, I would rather stick with the Galaxy Note 10 over all these phones over here made by Apple. That's just me, okay? But the camera bump, it's okay. I'm not a fan of it, but it's not, gonna take too much adjusting to do so. Now on the back, they did kind of redesign the whole phone. Looks kind of cleaner in my opinion. It looks like an iPod, you know what I mean? Like an iPod 5th gen or iPod 1st gen, whenever they first came out. But anyways, regardless, the three cameras actually help you zoom in, zoom out, and you still have a standard view. They're all 12 megapixels, so you're not missing out on anything on the iPhone 11 versus the iPhone 11 Pro. However, you have a video audio zoom now for the first time on an iPhone. So if you're recording a video, you can capture the sound just in the video frame. That's it. Same thing with the Note 10, but Apple's always kind of late with that stuff. But that's a good feature if you're gonna be an iPhone guy. Next up, you got a way better battery life. You got the option from choosing from midnight green, a black, a white, or a gold color on both Pros, so a Pro and a Pro Max. Again, the battery life wise, Pro Max will always be a little bit better because it's a bigger phone. Just because it's a bigger phone, it has a battery which just has more number counts on milliamps, doesn't mean it's gonna last you longer. The display is pretty big and it's gotta power the whole display. So in my opinion, you don't really need to talk about the batteries too much anymore because they're pretty much gonna keep you going throughout the rest of your day. However, both phones, so iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max have a Type-C charger, 18 watts. So Type-C, hold up. iPhone got Type-C, 18 watts. Type-C. Ships for free. The fast charge ships for free on your iPhone 11 Pro or Pro Max. Okay, that's some some fast charging. You know, sometimes we tend to use an iPad adapter just so you have a little faster charge. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't need that anymore. So battery-wise, they're also pretty good on that one. All the three phones over here have the same A13 Bionic chip. However, if you tend to go for the iPhone 11, you're not compromising getting new chargers because it's all gonna be Lightning on that one. Anyways, though, I don't know about this event. I'm kind of bummed out. I really wished iPhone had some more meaning to it in this event, and they really should have emphasized the iPhone more over than anything else, in my opinion. Anyways, guys, little glimpse, we had a lot of new things, but overall this setup today, if I have to choose one phone from all the three phones that just came out, I'd still choose the iPhone 11 Pro 5.8 inch, not the big one. That's just me. I like the smaller phone. But over iPhone 11 Pro, I'd still go my Note 10. Samsung guy for life. But anyways, guys, this has been G with the technical theory. Still kind of bumped out. All right, what are we gonna do? Anyways, guys, catch you guys later. Peace out. Enjoy your rest of your night.